guys, welcome back to the Surfer Guy channel. And if you haven't registered, if you haven't subscribed, if you haven't liked the video, the last video that we made on this, go ahead and like that video, like this one. If you at the end of the video, if you have learned new something on Surfer Guy channel, thank you very much. Let's get right into it. So the last video that we made, we were making on introduction of these segments that we talked about here, and we probably finished about a half of it. But today what we're going to learn more about the remaining segments that we had, like on arrangement, grid, map, geoprocessing tools, window, and help segments that we're going to be looking on today. So let's jump right onto it. So Surfer tutorial, we ended up, let's say, with writing texts and all the stuff that we explained on the last video. So now on arrange, we will be arranging our objects or our plots that we have plotted to see what exactly what will be like be putting on. Especially it works only when, may not only it works probably when we have like grid points. The same way that grid points work, you can still use alignment or left, center, right to align them, and this is, you can use it corporately or interactively with the grid, the drawing grid. So we here they are in gray, and this is the signification of saying we don't have something on our plot or on our page that needs to be used, that need to be for us to use these settings or these options. And then you come on grid. Now on grid, this is the most important option on Surfer for as far as I have learned from there. So it's like we need to plot some data, right? Let's say we have the X, Y, and Z coordinates that we'll be having. Like normally mathematical from maths would know that we have X, Y, and Z coordinates, because Surfer, the advantage of it is that we get 2D diagrams plots and 3D diagram plots at the same time. So this is really a great opportunity, and it really shows that Surfer is the way to go for some other options that you might want to do, or some other projects that you might do on a mine, on some industries, or on mining survey, or any other surveying plots that we'll be doing. It might be in underground openings, open casts, or any kind of sector that we might want to be done with surveillance of the environment, or environmental engineering, mining engineering, industrial engineering, mechanical engineers. All of those departments might find a great use for this. So like XYZ, we have these coordinates that we'll be having as data, and we might want to grid them to make them on a gridding point. If you know what a map is, you know it has grids, like those contour ridges. We want to make like all those gridding points. So let's go ahead and place grid as our first. So I'm gonna grid carbon monoxide data that I already have on my computer. And let me go ahead and as you can come here and see, we have data columns, X, Y, Z columns. So 30, as it's written here, 37 data points. So it is 37 data points. So it might be on some kind of topography, that we might be a given topography, for instance, and we took maybe took data from 37 different points. So it will give a statistically true heights, or true true variations of the carbon monoxide that are available on that topography. So coming here, X direction, Y direction, we do not have the Z direction, because this is going to be constant. So X and Y. So as we have like the minimum, as I mentioned on our last video, if you want to understand on that, go back and look into that onto that tutorial, and you understand the concept on X and Y directions on the surfer, and the XY direction that we already know. And we come here, and then you will know that we have to change here to B, column B, change it to column A. So X column, now that is one that is always B with millions, and this one in thousands. So just gonna write there for accuracy. Just wanna come right here and just change this into more of remove the decimal places. Just remove the decimal places and make it more accurate when we transfer this data and put out a plot. Just remove this, and then we're good to go. So filter data, you don't match up to the tolerance on X and Y on the first, so we can play around with this, like the medium, the minimum, the maximum, median, like the more the point that will be on the middle between 37 points. So we just gotta let this view data, let this be alone as it is. So view data, you can see from here that we have 37 points that have been said on our plotting when we were on the back view that we have. So now you can see M1, M2, M3, M4, M5 here. What does this symbolize? This just symbolizes the name, the given names of all 37 points that we took from the topography. So now you see the X, the Y, and the Z. The Z is at 30 meters down, 74 meters down, 4 meters down. And when you say 0, it was taken on the surface. We didn't go any down, we didn't dug any hole to take those samples. 1 meters down, 1 meter down, 2 meters down, 61.46 down, 10.88 down, something like that. And here is the point. You can take this if you want to play around, you want to change any kind of interaction with this, you want to change the points and put some more. You can copy these points, to Excel, and you can play around with any changes that you want, and from Excel copy it back here, and you will be good to go. Statistically, that the things, that the points that will be saying, this is with the carbon monoxide, mind us. So yes, we are here, like data process column XB is showing us here, and the field, let me put it as bigger, make it as big that it can be seen here. And things that are much more important here, all the 37 points mentioned here, 1 percentile, 5 percentile, 10 percentile. These are the stuff that will be representing the existence or the amount of carbon dioxide on every point. As you can see, it was on 0 point, right? 0 on the surface. The carbon monoxide found on the surface, it was how many percentages that is going on different points, and then on as you go down, found more 99 percentile of carbon monoxide. So that statistically, you can print out this if the project manager needs you to print this out and show on as you go to the field. So here we are in grid result, and here gridding method is really important because we have a number of them here, like data matrix, moving average, polynomial regression, and natural neighbor. Because the most useful one, your company might be wanting you to use different types of gridding methods here, but the one that we'll be using on this tutorial is the Kriging gridding method. And with other things, that will be the Z will be none here, because we don't want to we are just plotting a 2D, two-dimensional plot here. So we say, go ahead and press OK. We say the error must be x minimum must be greater by x minimum. So there we are. This is the minimum that we have here, and then the maximum that we have here. Okay. So there was kind of mismanagement of data there. So we want to go ahead and sorry guys, I want to go ahead and make sure that we get that right from the beginning. So as we got this going, and what we are going to be doing right now is let's just not play around with this data though, but we can let's just remove the decimal places that we'll be having here, and then with gridding today will be fine. There we are, all points have been successfully gridded. And what we are going to have, press OK, and you can just exit this, save changes, yes. Grid data, so let's just not save because we have already gridded it. So now as we go on grid as well, now we're on grid, and then we'll come for all of these other options. Now I want to map on contour maps. These are all the type of maps that you can plot out from the carbon monoxide gridded points. So come on, carbon monoxide, we've already gridded it, say open, and then we can see from here. Let's just try to zoom it in. I can see it much more clear, something like this, and there we are good to go. And you can see our plots, and these numbers are on Y and these ones are on X. So this will be the opposite. So these numbers should be somewhere, it should be on this line, and these thousands should be on these ones. So this is, I wanted to do both of them, and so that you can see the difference between those two plots. So let's go ahead and grid another one, and then you can see the difference that will be on those XY if we don't manage to put them at the right place that they will be supposed to be. Let's say yes. Then we go ahead and went on and gridded those two, and just let it all right out. Okay, press OK. It's not going to save that. Go to map, the contour map, take these, and you can see the differences. You can see the differences between the two maps. So there we are. This is for our second class, and for all, you can see the differences from this one and this one, and this one is the correct one. So thank you guys for watching. If you have learned something new, subscribe to the channel, like the video. Thank you.